which wasn't called 5.
No.
They did the thing where they're like, let's stop numbering them.
Got too many of these.
We have a little too many of these. Let's stop numbering them.
Amén, Santa Madre. Amén.
The scariest paranormal activity yet.
No, it isn't.
Is this case broken? This is brand new. What?
Oh, no.
The goddamn case is broken.
What?
Yes, Paranormal Activity, the marked ones. It breaks new ground and buries you screaming in it.
Wasn't that the meme? You know,
Yeah, the red letter.
breaks new ground.
The red letter meme. It broke new ground. The Breakthrough Horror franchise is back with wicked and evil vengeance, and it's claimed a new victim. 17-year-old Jesse has been hearing terrifying sounds coming from his neighbor's apartment. But when he turns on his camera and sets out to uncover their source, he encounters an ancient evil that won't rest until it's claimed his very soul. Experience a Paranormal Activity chapter that critics are calling the very best of the series. This one's kind of fun. This was like stupid fun. I actually really enjoyed this when it came out.
I actually didn't like it.
You didn't like it at all?
This is the one that I didn't like. This is where I'm like, I liked, like you said, that they were taking it in a different direction.
Yeah, I like that it's in a smaller place, like an apartment building, and they go
And they went
places,
outside.
too. Yeah.
You know?
They go around places, and this is like they're really getting into like the YouTube generation. So they're filming on their cell phones. This
Because
came.
what year was this?
I'm glad you bring that up because I feel like 2014.
Oh, okay, so this is
post Chronicle,
right.
and this feels like Chronicle. This feels like they were for whatever reason trying to tap into the.
Yeah, because there's times where like he's getting mugged and the ghost like launches the and, and they're like, "Do you have superpowers?" You know,
I do kind of like if this wasn't called Paranormal Activity, this would be a fun thing where it's like I have superpowers. Like, no, I'm actually possessed by a demon.
Right.
But now, like all the superpower stuff, I'm like, yeah, I get Chronicle probably did well. I don't know why you guys are trying to rip off Chronicle for this. But they do fun stuff where like they actually upload the footage to the internet and everyone calls it fake.
Right.
Which I'm like, okay, that's how you get around that.
Well, but the God's honest truth,
Yeah.
people would be saying fake.
Yeah,
you know?
people would be saying fake. People say fake to real things.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that one thing I think our friend Yoshi retweeted it a while ago.
Oh,
Someone took a picture of like a city and like the water, and someone said they made a joke like the textures are bad. It was like clearly a joke. And someone's like, "Yeah, it looks really bad." And they were like, "No, this is a real picture. This isn't CGI." It was something like that. Someone assumed a real picture was CGI.
was bad. Well, the one thing that he had told me that was great was they had one scene that they had shot for, I don't remember what it was, but there was a one of the producers was like, "Oh my God, this background texture and all this is bad. This is all bad. You need to fix this." And they're like, there was no CGI in the shot whatsoever.
Just the background.
Like that's just we that was actually just a raw plate that we had filmed. And they were like, oh, and so they had to actually go in and like add CG to fix reality.
So yeah, I kind of enjoy the characters in this. Again, in this franchise, they feel very fresh and different
because they're not related to it at all.
Yes,
really.
Yeah. So there's like a witch lady who's just by herself. And she's like passing this curse on to people. And it is the Toby demon. I don't know if he can replicate himself or something. Because this seems like the Toby demon's getting a little sidetracked here with his main mission.
Yeah, I thought he was supposed to be going after the firstborn with the...
Which he now has.
Right.
But now he's
Because this was taking place after, timeline-wise, it's taking place after... 4, but before 1, right? Or no. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's taking place after
1 before 4.
After 1, but before 4.
Maybe.
I think so.
I'd have to double check the times. Yeah. So the timeline is a little confusing here.
Yeah.
So
that doesn't matter because the next one
will all be fixed.
It will all be fixed.
So yeah, it's kind of cool to see like him getting possessed with the evil. What was the gimmick? The real big gimmick for this one? Oh, Simon. They play Simon with the demon.
Yes. I'm dead terrifying. Demon better than Simon than I am.
Yeah, the demon's really good at Simon. I do like when he's hooking up with that really hot girl in that like abandoned place, and like the previous guy who was like a murderer just happens to be there. I thought that was pretty cool. So they're trying to investigate like who is this crazy lady who lives in our apartment building? Why is she passing on this curse to people? That is fun. Eventually he gets like fully taken over by the spirit.
Because he has a nice big demon bite on his arm.
He does like a warp effect on their living room and then like pops up. That effect is really bad. That made me burst out laughing in the theater. And then we got the movie that we should have got. So he just happens to have some relatives that are shady individuals with firearms. And they roll up, a bunch of like Hispanic gangsters roll up on the witch's house. And it's just the gangsters shooting these evil old white ladies. I'm like, this should have been the whole movie. Oh my God. I'm like an inner city gang going up against crazy witches. I'm like, that's your movie. There it is.
Gang versus witches or something.
I would have, oh my God. I'm like this. They only saved it for a small part at the end. I'm like, this would have been the most amazing film ever. So where the girl's running and they just blow her away with a shotgun. Yeah, and here's when things start to get a little bit more confusing. Time travel. So we've retconned a lot of things recently. We learned some things. But at one point he's like going through something and he finds little Katie and Christy. And I was like, oh, that must be the demon just pretending to be a ghost. But then at the end, he goes through a door and he ends up inside the ending of the first movie.
Whoa.
You know, it's funny. I don't remember. I watched that first movie. I don't remember a couple Latino boys yelling with Mika downstairs. Maybe the microphone just wasn't that good,
right.
Cecil. I don't know. And it turns out like we actually was kind of cool to see her like fake the screaming to get Mika down there. And then and like that he comes out and is like, who the hell are you? They kill him and then the demon pulls the dude back through the portal, I guess. Because that would be weird if the cops are like, yes. And then the other two boys.
Yeah, why are these guys here?
Are slightly older versions of two young boys that exist currently. Their DNA matches completely. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, the time travel thing. That's where I'm like, okay, you might be winning me back here. Where are we going to go with this? Then I feel like these movies took a break for a bit.
Not a long break, but let me see. When was Ghost Dimension? It was
because this is 2014. I don't feel like Ghost Dimension was it 2016, 2017?
God, I can't see.
Oh, sorry. It's so dark in here.
It's like, well, I mean, where it's written, it's such tiny print.
Oh wait, hold on. I think I have it here. Oh no, 2015. Next year.
2015.
I was totally wrong.
Wow.
Oh, I was thinking of Ghost Dimension.
I thought they did I thought it was like a 2-year break.
No, I'm thinking of Ghost Dimension to Next of Kin. That was the hiatus.
No, so that was like 5 years, wasn't it?
And Marked Ones, was directed by Christopher Landon.
Yeah, Marked One was Christopher Landon, who Happy Death Day.
Yeah, okay. I still need to see those.
Oh, dude, they're so good.
I know, and I need to see Freaky. I know.
He's really like it's a neat niche that he's kind of doing, where it's taking he's taking the idea from an unrelated movie and making it into a horror movie.
So I've finally started watching those. I don't know if they're his. There's different ones. I watched Totally Killer, the Back to the Future one.
Right.
That one was fun. That one was actually kind of fun. I watched It's a Wonderful Knife. We did a little review on it. Same with Totally Killer.
I heard it wasn't good.
No, it's not good.
Yeah.
They confuse their magic lore at the end. They add new rules. It's very bizarre. It needed another like rewrite or two. It was like the story just doesn't make sense. But I still need to see Happy Death Day, Freaky, and I need to see The Final Girls, which I didn't realize was Last Action Hero. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, I kind of want to watch that now. So eventually I will watch all of them.
The Final Girls, it's really good, except it would have been an all-time classic if they would have went all animated R.
Oh, is it PG-13?
It's PG-13, and there's a lot of moments where you can really tell. Like, now this is a case of where it's not somewhere where they shot it R and dialed it back to PG-13.
Yeah.
This was always intended to be PG-13.
Oh.
And so there's a lot of times where you can kind of be like, all right, well, why would you do an homage to a slasher, but then not have the violence in it? But it's got a lot of heart.
It's an homage to slashers like Cry Wolf, which was PG-13.
Was Cry Wolf?
I think it was PG-13. I don't know why that I don't know anything other than that movie, other than it was PG-13, and I could be wrong. I remember there was a slasher that was PG-13, and I think it was Cry Wolf.
I'm pretty sure it's not, because Cry Wolf I remember being very violent. I actually I was going to do a video on that one, but because I had found out the director of that ended up marrying the star of the film, who now does Hallmark movies.
I was right, PG-13.
Was PG-13.
The DVD might be R-rated.
It's very possible, because I didn't see it in theaters. But anyway, the guy who directed it now is a huge, he runs, I'm not sure if I think it's like some subsection of Marvel or something.
Oh, wait.
And I was like, oh God, I'm never going to be able to get a hold of this guy.
Oh yeah, he's attached to a lot of big things. That new movie coming out, Imaginary. Oh, did he direct this one? Hold on. Oh yeah, he directed the horror version of Fantasy Island.
Oh boy.
So there's a fan that really wants us to review the Blumhouse Craft sequel. I think I told you about it.
Oh, you still haven't? I thought you did that already.
No. We have a new Blu-ray to the pile. He sent another Blu-ray.
Oh my God.
And he sent Crystal one. So now all together, all of us, we have 4 or 5 copies of the Craft Legacy, all from libraries. I don't know how he does it. He gets them all from libraries. And he sent me over there. It's like this big magazine he sent me Fantasy Island, and then a big magazine with a bit that's poster size of Fantasy Island.
I gotta say, I would sooner watch the Fantasy Island than the Craft one, because the Fantasy Island one, I don't know if it's good or not, but I have that I feel has a little more potential. The Craft, I've seen the Craft remake thing. I've seen enough of it where I'm like, this is gonna suck.
I can't wait to watch it finally. And then maybe he'll stop, but he'll probably start sending me more shit. That's how you get a movie reviewed, I guess. You just you just mail me multiple copies until I'm like, oh my God, I'll talk about it. Stop sending it. I didn't want 1 copy of it.
Now you have 5.
But yeah, so marked ones, we're done with that.
Right. Now, Ghost Dimension.